RH, quer saber como voar no trabalho? É só usar a Flash. Com a Flash, você concentra toda a gestão de pessoas em um único lugar. Faça a admissão dos colaboradores e solicite mais de 8 categorias de benefícios. Ah, e você ainda pode fazer todo o controle de ponto. Conheça o novo onboarding integrado da Flash em flashapp.com.br.
Contained herein are the heresies of Radolf Buntwine, erstwhile monk-turned-traveling medical investigator. Join me as I study the secrets of the divine plagues and uncover the blasphemous truth that ours is not a loving God, and we are not its favored children. The heresies of Radolf Buntwine, wherever podcasts are available.
What's up, everyone? It's Noah Daniels.
Hey, y'all, I'm JJ.
Hey, guys, it's Kat.
And we're your hosts of the Real Hauntings podcast, where we bring on guests who share their first-hand encounter ghost stories and supernatural experiences. Now on to the trailer.
I've been warned to not tell this story, but I think because of the way it ends, it's okay to tell this story, because some people say that with certain entities, to like speak of them or talk about them or in any way like portray them as powerful will attract them to other people. The creepiest thing about it to me is a lot of times it would wait for me to notice it. Like it would just lay its arm out like this, and then I'd be like, where is it? Where is it? And then I'd see it, and then it would just slither back.
For more information on the Real Hauntings, Real Ghost Stories podcast, make sure you check out real.fm to learn more about our podcast and many other amazing podcasts.
I just am going to go pause for a while and figure out what to do for the day. It came too soon, you know?
Yeah. I feel like it's like this month has gone very slow, but then the last couple weeks have been fast.
What's that?
Like, I can't believe it's the 25th already, but I'm like, it feels like it's been the 25th. It's like both at the same time.
Yeah. No, I felt like it was the 4th of July for 2 weeks straight, and then suddenly it's August. And I'm like, whoa. Too much. But we get the opening ceremonies tomorrow?
Yes. As we're recording that, it will be tonight. As they're hearing, I should
God
say.
bless America.
I know. But welcome to Fisting Friday. And you're expecting to hear the votes today. But guess what? You're not.
You're not.
It's not that we forgot. It's not that we didn't do it. We actually just recorded. But now you're going to hear them on Tuesdays. And here's the reasoning. Because we record these on Thursdays. And what was See You Next Tuesday, the information, like, it's usually very pertinent to the time. And so we want to make it so you're getting it faster. So in conjunction with that, the Friday episodes will now be what used to be See You Next Tuesday. Fisting Fridays will now be what is now See You Next Tuesday. Just know that we're swapping. We're also swapping when But Am I Wrong and Don't Blame Me come out. But Am I Wrong is now going to come out on Mondays. Don't Blame Me is now going to come out on Thursdays. We should post a schedule. Add that to your things to do. New schedule announcement.
Post schedule. It's okay if you're listening going like, whoa. So it's gonna take us a minute. Like, we're doing it. It won't like take us a minute to like get into the habit of doing. It'll take us a minute to maybe not sound clunky when we're like telling you this. But it makes Melissa thought of it, and I don't know why we didn't think of it earlier. It makes so much more sense. So things are just like Melissa said, because we record on Thursdays, it just makes everything that should be more pertinent, you'll hear it earlier and you'll hear it first. So also we won't be like giving you like, very old information necessarily, unless again, I watch Bridgerton like 2 years after it comes out, and then it is late information. So you're getting all of the same content within the week, just different
switching
days.
it up.
And still nothing for Wednesday.
Maybe one day. We've got a lot of new exciting changes coming, which I've been saying for months, but they're actually like in motion now. We've got a new business. We've now founded our joint venture. We will be like looking into merch soon. There's other stuff that we can't officially announce yet, but new things are coming. New things are coming, new fresh things are coming, and we want to thank you all for being along on the ride with us. We love most of you. We tolerate the rest. Thank you so much.
I love that. That's great. It's a really good tagline. So I wrote down some things I wanted to talk to you about.
I did too. Go ahead. Should we get into Love Island first?
Oh.
Did you even write that down?
No. Because here's the thing. I am so mad that people decided to leak nudes of Kendall. They decided to leak nudes of Kendall. So now...
Is Kendall a guy or girl?
Kendall's guy. Kendall is the guy who is super misogynistic and a complete asshole to women, specifically Black women. And he is someone who like uses his body to physically intimidate and back Serena into a corner with his arms crossed, like towering over her and be like, Serena! Like after he talked shit on her, basically being like, you gotta forgive me. Like, come on. Like, you're kind of dramatic. Like, it was so threatening and so horrible. And then someone leaked his nudes. And it is now basically erased the conversation we can have about this because someone decided to take it way too fucking far. And I am like so annoyed about it. He seems to be like publicly facing. He seems to be like taking it very well and handling it well. But like, that's who the fuck knows. Yeah, it just like makes me so annoyed. Like the fact that like people will still and it's not just their videos, and it's like not just like revenge porn is like so. Criminal, like truly criminal in like the age of they're gonna find your IP address and like you're going to be charged with as you should be arrested for this. And it just like, makes me irate. And there's a lot of people who are now like, if anyone who says anything critical about him, they're like, you can't say that now. And I'm like, it does, without a doubt, it's so unrelated to the fact of how he treats women, but also like, I think that to view those things as comparable of saying like this man is physically intimidating women, like that's not safe, and he doesn't seem like a safe person to date or be around. That is not related whatsoever to that, and it also like doesn't justify anyone leaking that, and like I don't even think that that's why people leaked it. Like but it's like, ugh, what a way to end it.
I hadn't heard about that, but like two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah. And people are like, stop hating on him. I go, that's not hating on him whatsoever. Like, I would hope that he looks back on the show and sees how he behaved and carried himself and is not proud of that. I hope that he looks back on that and goes, this is a turning point. I hope his family is like, that was not cool. I hope he is held accountable for that and he like learns from that and changes his behavior. But like to attribute that to hate is the same thing as this girl, Kaylor, who like went on Nick Vile's podcast and was like, she was talking shit about Leah with her friend, but her friend was mostly talking shit on the phone, being like, no one's going to care about Leah in 6 months. And Kaylor didn't say anything on the phone, but her stupid fucking boyfriend, Aaron, who sucks, she was in the background of his Instagram story. And I was like, girl, dump him. Like, he's so bad. And she like, to justify the conversation was like talking about to her friend about all of the hate that she was getting after Leah was pointing when she was explaining point. She was like getting heated in this argument. And then Kaylor about 3 seconds too late or 5 seconds too late goes, whoa, like backs up. And Leah and Serena was like, don't be dramatic. She's not going to do any, like she's pointing to like where these things happened, like in the villa. And then Leah said, it's giving white woman scared. And Kaylor was like, I've been getting a lot of hate since that. I'm like, that's not hate. That someone said white woman scared when you were being a scared white woman. Like it's not hate, like the same way that pointing out someone who is physically intimidating a Black woman with his body that's not hate to him whatsoever. But I will point out that and they're like, well, Serena was fine with it. Kendall is the only person from the villa, as far as I can tell, especially like OGs, who she does not follow on Instagram. So that's what that is. But I hope that his mental health is great, because also at the same time, someone who physically intimidates women with their body and like is like emotionally manipulative like that is not someone who is in a good mental health spot. So wholeheartedly, I hope nothing but better things for him. And nobody deserves to have revenge porn leaked. But boy, oh boy, am I excited that Serena and Cordell won. Am I disappointed that Kenny and Janae did not get second? Yes, but PPG up top, and that's fine.
What do they win?
$50,000. And Janae and Kenny were on Chicks in the Office, and they were like, were you disappointed that you didn't get second or whatever? And Janae was like, well, no, because Serena and I made a pact that if one of us wins, we'll give the other one $4,000. So she goes, I'm still getting $4,000. So the whole thing is like, you get the card. And I think they should kind of get rid of this part, because it's never happened. But like they each, the people who win, the couple who wins, they each get an envelope, and you open it one at a time. And it's one of them will say $0 and the other will say $50,000. And it's like, are you going to make the choice to keep all the money or split it? Nobody has ever kept all the money. Like everyone always splits it. And so I don't know why they do that part. But in the UK, it's kind of like, you know, you win, but it's whoever you win over the hearts of the, like a lot of people who like Molly May, she didn't even win her season. And she got like this huge, like I think it was a Pretty Little Thing deal or something like that. Mm-hmm. But I think that this will be the first year for the US girls that I think they will have the same level of, they've gotten like crazy followers, like more than any other US season ever. Like Leah came out of the villa with 1 million followers, and she's almost at 2 million now. She might even already be there. You might notice, anyone who's looking at me, not at me right now, but like my following. Currently, I only follow Serena and Janae. Once they hit 1 million followers, I will also follow Leah. But I'm trying to close the gap so they hit 1 million followers too. Mm-hmm. And when they do, I'll follow Leah. I have no beef with Leah at all. I'm just trying.
I'm sure people are really checking for you who you're following.
No, I know. I'm just saying, because I'm talking about who Serena's following and all that shit. I'm just saying, I love Leah, but I'm trying to bridge the fucking gap in followers. So yeah, it's great. They're so cute. Also saw an interview where Serena and Cordell revealed they grew up 5 minutes away from each other. Like they share so much of the same things, and they just like never had actually met. And she was like, am I really, and I think it was Chicks in the Office. They were like, is that why you kind of were like, maybe not. Like, are you really going to end up with this guy who you like could have literally met at a bar and like right down the road? Like you had to go to Fiji to be like a neighbor essentially. Mm-hmm. But I just like, I love them. Like I love everything about it. And it was such a good season. And I'm so happy about it. And I can't wait to watch them. And they should be famous forever. The girls, I really don't give a shit about the men. Cordell and Kenny are great, but like they are the definition of Serena. That's Serena's future husband and Janae's future husband. And that's what they're there for. And they're happy to do it.
Great. Love that. I love that an AKA won. And let's keep that momentum going. Oh,
AKA is staying on.
We're constantly winning, but I'm just making sure.
Oh, yeah.
Come November, we keep this winning streak going.
I've got complete faith.
Me too.
I
didn't
so
before.
No. I had none. I was going, the fuck? But that delusional part of me who said, I think there's going to be a switch up. And guess what? And Mott's kept saying there's no way it's going to happen. And I was like, I think it is. There's just no shot that, because again, every time the DNC sends me a poll saying, are you voting for Joe Biden? I respond and I say, no. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, would I have voted for Joe Biden? Yes.
Of course.
Yes, but they're not going to fucking know that. I need to make them, I need them shaking in their boots.
As soon as you sent me that screenshot of, what was it? Would you vote for Kamala Harris if she ran? I've gotten off all the lists. I went added myself so I could check yes and then remove myself again.
Yep. I cannot stress enough, everybody. If you get those goddamn annoying messages from the DNC, yes, look at them, read them. But if it's ones where they're actively looking for your feedback or whatever, respond. Because that's how they knew that his approval rating, like from registered Democratic voters, was not doing well, and specifically for the age group. That's how we got Brat Summer.
We've been invigorated. We I'll share more on Monday. But like, I feel the energy from everyone. The amount of money that's been raised is astronomical.
Record breaking.
Yes, every day is a new record. Every day for the last week, it's been a new record. So let's go. Let's fucking go.
Did you see? I don't know if this is real, but again, it's kind of like the Drake hot sauce condom. Irrelevant if it's real. It's real to me. That it was like a Pop Crave tweet that was Katy Perry has offered Kamala Harris to use her Woman's World song, and the team respectfully declined.
Yep. But you know what they are using?
Yes, I fucking do.
Freedom by Beyonce.
Woo! I got goosebumps when I first read that. And I think I saw it on Pop Crave, and I said, I gotta fact check this immediately.
Yeah, because Pop Crave, I do feel like Pop Crave does give out the facts, but the way that they disperse the information, it feels fake. So I always have to.
Well, and you know, there's Poop Crave, which does the trolling version.
I don't know what that is.
And they use all of the same photo. They use it. They do it exactly. So it's kind of like The Onion. And so you have to watch out for that one, because sometimes I'll go, oh my God. And then I go, oh, Megan, you should have seen there was an extra. Oh, this is Poop Crave. I like hope that those are run by the same people. To me, that's like would be very fucking funny.
With something like 5 million podcasts, finding a really good one can take a ton of time. So let me recommend one. It's called Something You Should Know. I'm the host, Mike Carruthers, and in each episode, we discuss topics that can be really helpful, like how to read people better, the psychology of crowds, or fun things like the story of Legos, or why you probably wouldn't be here if it weren't for horses. Something You Should Know is the name of it, wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a founder of the Go Kid Go network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. Look for The Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you love Disney? Then you are going to love our hit podcast, Disney Countdown. I'm Megan, the Magical Millennial.
And I'm the Dapper Danielle.
On every episode of our fun and family-friendly show, we count down our top 10 lists of all things Disney. There is nothing we don't cover.
We are famous for rabbit holes, Disney-themed games, and fun facts you didn't know you needed, but you definitely need in your life. So if you're looking for a healthy dose of Disney magic, check out Disney Countdown wherever you get your podcasts.
I don't know if you've seen this photo of Doug as a young fella.
Oh my God. It just took me a second to register his face. He looks so similar. Just the hair.
Mm-hmm. Handsome guy.
Yeah. I can't wait for him to design like the China patterns and the Christmas decorations.
Yes.
Like he's going to have so much fun. I can't wait to see his outfits. And
he's always just so happy to be there. And
yeah, as a husband and a man should.
And I appreciate that. So let's fucking go.
I'm fired up.
Me too.
Woo!
And you specifically, you should reach out to Mina and tell her that you're open for anything.
Oh, I should.
Yes.
I
add that to your list.
Someone had like put something about like, oh, the Gen Z and like whoever the Gen Z intern was who's like running her campaign, and I like tagged Mina and I said, I know you had something to do with this. This is
I keep tagging
you,
her.
Girl.
The girl that did what was she saying? Boys can do it. If boys can do it. That girl, she had said that people were, and then she changed it to like job of a president is hard, but boys can do it. Like she's got new merch, and I was like, I tagged Mina and I was like, y'all need to collaborate.
Smart.
But I knew. And here are my invisible strengths that I would like to speak on. So on Friday, on the Phenomenal account, which is the company that Mina Harris founded, there is a tweet that was posted, and for some reason they didn't take this down, but the username was it wasn't their username, but what their name was like, I hate Joe Biden. And I was like, Mina, like, you allow this to be posted. Same day, Kamala is out at Smy's Cream, which is Tyra Banks' new ice cream.
And if you're going to do a
pop-up.
goddamn political ice cream one, better make it fucking Tyra Banks coded.
Yes. So Kamala is there with her two nieces, Mina's daughters, at Smy's Cream. Sunday, the announcement is made. And you know what Sunday was? National Ice Cream Day. And you know who loves fucking ice cream that you hate their fucking photos that they're always taking? Joe Biden.
There's a huge difference when Joe Biden is eating ice cream. And also, you just had, AKA just had conference?
What?
The AKA conference?
Oh, yeah. Alpha Kappa Alpha, we had the national conference called Boule. Was a couple weeks ago, and she was there just like she was 4 years ago, right before when she had announced she was running for president. But then she was also at another sororities this past, like yesterday. She was at the Zetas, their Boule, their national conference as well. And people are mad because she isn't meeting with wasn't meeting publicly with Netanyahu.
Yep.
And they were like, she could have canceled her colored sorority event, is what they said on Fox News.
Of course they did.
Uh-huh.
Of course they did. I gotta say, seeing these Republicans shaking in their boots.
They're shaking in their boots over the dumbest thing. I don't know if you saw the Senate, what the Senate committee sent out as the talking points against her.
No.
The Republicans. Let me just read a few things from it.
I will say the Mina thing, I knew this, if, you know, Mina's been posting anti-genocide, like ceasefire things for months.
As well as Kamala's stepdaughter.
Yeah, and has stopped really stopped engaging with anything Biden administration months ago. And Melissa and I have said this behind the scenes, and I've said this to Moss behind the scenes, but he didn't fucking believe me. Melissa was the only one who was on my page where I was saying,
because I had noticed it too.
Yeah, I was like, this like taking this like from a Veep Selena Meyer perspective. I was like, I know for a fact that this woman is getting up on here saying, I'm fine if you're cutting down my little interview clips and like juice fell out of a coconut tree. And if Fox News wants to pretend that like, you know, that makes me like a bumbling idiot or whatever. They're not going to know it's coming for them. I'm having fucking meetings behind the scene. We are getting our shit in a row. Our ducks are in a line, and I'm going to keep Joe Biden feeling like she's not a threat to me whatsoever. She's no. She's just fine. She's just giggling. She's just laughing. She's just having fun. And now she's like, okay, now that Gen Z is watching, now that you young folks are listening and we're understanding, and now that this man, he's out, and now that the fucking Republicans have thought that I was a non-threat for all this time, you bitches fucking thought wrong. You fell right into my trap.
And
so...
And Mina posted something, and I sent it to you, and I said, she's back.
Yep. She's back. We've been saying it. And I feel like if you have also shared these sentiments, you probably could have decoded like some of the things we've been saying for a long time. But why was I going to blow up her spot when I said, I can tell the plan we're hatching?
Right. So the National Republican Senate Committee put out talking points against Kamala Harris. And it says, her extreme agenda, most liberal senator. Kamala Harris was ranked the country's most liberal senator by nonpartisan GovTrack. The socialist squad, quote unquote, we know who that is, quickly rallied around Kamala Harris. Then they go to immigration. Kamala Harris is Joe Biden's border czar, an architect of his biggest failure. She pledged to decriminalize border crossings. She supports abolishing ICE and starting from scratch. She bragged that one of the first things the Harris-Biden administration did was send a bill to Congress to grant amnesty for illegal immigrants. Oh my gosh, so scary.
Can we send this to the white leftists who are saying that she's a cop and she's exactly the same as Trump?
That would be all of my, but am I wrong? Pledge to eliminate the filibuster to pass the Green New Deal. Wow. Unequivocally pledged to ban fracking. Oh my gosh. She said that the police were wrongheaded and joined the defund the police activists. She said to eliminate cash bail and release criminals. They said to commit more crimes, but no. She backed a bail fund that sprung convicted criminals who went on to kill a man. Not true. Open to convicted terrorists being granted voting rights.
Yeah, because you know what the convicted terrorists are? College protesters.
Started a program to drop changes against drug dealers and give them counseling instead. I'll talk about that more.
God, so horrible. Counseling? No.
Right. Pledged to eliminate private health insurance, which infuriates critical unions. Co-sponsored Bernie Sanders' $32 trillion Medicare for All proposal.
Oh my God.
And then it says, foreign policy. Kamala Harris sides with Hamas terrorists, not Israel.
Yep.
Supports confiscating legally purchased firearms through a mandatory buyback program.
Ooh.
And then there's just a section called Weird.
Melissa? You're kidding.
It says, has a habit of laughing at inappropriate moments. Planned a pledge to ban plastic straws. In favor of banning certain behaviors like eating red meat. This one what got me. Loves Venn diagrams.
Melissa!
Loves electrical school buses because she went to school on a school bus.
You know, I'm wondering if we've got a sleeper agent in there because this is looking real good for us.
Right. And then I don't even know what this is, but recently discovered that energy doesn't smell.
Melissa. What? Melissa, there is an undercover progressive in there.
There has to be.
There has to be. That's
like, how evil do you have to be that these are the only things that you feel that you have against her? And I read the whole thing. Like, that's all of it. I read everything right here. You think that these are things that are negatives.
Well, because they were not prepped for this. Like,
right.
They
weren't
like,
ready.
Their entire platform was Joe Biden is old.
And when it was announced, Trump was mad and was like, I deserve to be refunded or reimbursed the money because I was fighting one person. She's always been on the ticket. You could have gone after her if you wanted to.
Yep. You know what I need? I need us to incorporate a new part of the presidential debate. I need Sean Evans there. I need you to get a plate of hot wings for both Trump and Kamala, and I need them both to have a large McDonald's Sprite. And whoever's still fucking standing, that tells you who's fit. That's who's fit to be. Because Donald Trump could not survive a McDonald's Sprite and a hot sauce.
No, he does eat McDonald's every day, but he's drinking, is it Diet Cokes, I think?
Maybe. I feel like you would think Diet Cokes are for soy boys or something like that. I also, to me, he might say that, but I think that man is having a vanilla milkshake. And if your favorite milkshake is a vanilla milkshake, I'm so sorry. That is fucking, that to me, put that under the category weird.
Yeah.
Why would you have a vanilla milkshake? That's just milk. That's just more milk and more milk.
No, it's Diet Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe that. He gives him vanilla milkshake energy.
He drinks 12 cans of Diet Coke a day.
But good God, that's so fucking funny, dude. Weird.
Yep. Weird.
I've been loving watching like MSNBC, like ABC, all of the news networks trying to figure out what Brat Summer is and figure out all of this.
Oh my gosh. It's embarrassing.
You know,
like I was watching one, you probably saw this one too, where they're like, let's go to our Gen Z correspondent, and they cut to this 60-year-old woman.
And she's like, it's like her assistant or something who's Gen Z. She goes, I'm supposed to say, what did she say? Like, I'm supposed to say happy brat or like whatever. Like, and they're like, so we're all brats. And then they interject, goes, no, you aspire to be a brat. You've got to work at it. And they're like, well, okay. And I'm like, oh my God, stop.
So embarrassing.
So fucking embarrassing.
But thank you, Charlie.
Charlie, yeah, thank you. And she like tweeted like Kamala's brat.
And that's how it started.
Yep.
And the Kamala HQ immediately changed their banner.
But Leah from Love Island had posted a TikTok getting her phone back, and immediately it's her listening to Brat. She goes, "This is what was happening when I was in the villa? Like, oh my God." And I was like, imagining getting Brat as it's not only like we're in the thick of Brat summer, but now we have our Brat presidential run and just being like overwhelmed by that. What a fucking time to be alive. What a time. Have you seen who the new Chris Evans is?
No.
So you know how Chris Evans fans are
mad.
So Luke Newton. There's too many Lukes on that goddamn Bridgerton show. The one who's with Penelope. I ended up on what I thought was a rational TikTok. I thought I was about to watch, an educated think piece. What I did not know was I about to watch Club Chalamet 2.0.
Oh, God.
Melissa, the way that unless I'm missing something, and if I am missing something, someone please send me that. I spent hours deep diving to see the fact that people were tearing apart his girlfriend and like all of these things about her. Someone was like citing one of those like celebrity net worth websites that is like, she loves her boyfriend. And like, it's AI, it's not fucking real. And they were citing that as like, and then she said this. And I'm like, this is not a reasonable source. You cannot cite this. And watch thousands of views and all of this about like how this woman is essentially evil and like more things are going to be coming out about this. And this is like so bad. And as far as I can tell, this boils down to the fact that these people fell for the PR stunt of the relationship between Nicola and Luke. And then he had a girlfriend that was revealed afterwards. And they're like so upset about this. And this is like the ultimate betrayal. And this is like his career will never be the same. And like he's ruined everything or whatever. And then at the same time, though, they're actually still together. Like him and Nicola are in a relationship. This isn't Melissa. I was watching so many of them. And these look like reasonable, educated women making these videos. And I'm like, I'm waiting for it. I'm like waiting for the moment to be like, okay, it's going to click. Melissa, it's so fucking wild to me.
I have not seen one of these. What?
They're like made a gossip website, so it's like written like Dumois. It's like a Dumois style like submission thing, except they write it in like the format of like Lady Whistledown.
I was gonna say, so then it's just Lady Whistledown.
Yes, and they're like revealing this. They're like, ooh, like fella, whatever, like gentle readers. Something is coming out soon. The PR relationship that we thought was PR might not really. And I was like, these are. Like, it is crazy to me. It's crazy. And part of me does wonder, is this Club Chalamet? Because we know Club Chalamet didn't start as Club Chalamet. Club Chalamet started in other groups and then jumped ship when he abandoned her. So I'm wondering if we're getting here. And it's just so odd because, like, simultaneously, I'm like, I don't know who they're, like, yearning for. I'm like, are you yearning for Nicola or are you yearning for Luke? Like, what's the goal here? And
are they seeing themselves in Nicola and then wanting to be?
That's what I wonder. And then at the same time, I think if you see yourself in Nicola Coughlan, that's amazing. That's a very confident mindset to have. So confident, successful people don't do that.
Yes. And
like,
she doesn't want him.
No. And I'm going to tell you right now, I think if he wanted her, she still wouldn't want him.
Yeah. And I think if she wanted him, then she would have him.
Without a doubt. And that's what it's like to be Nicola Coughlan. So if that's what we're embodying and that's what we see ourselves as, okay, walk the walk. Talk the talk. Like, it is. And like, again, if I'm missing something, someone please let me know. But like, it's crazy because then people are like, yeah, his new girlfriend is way too young for him. Like, how disgusting. And then it's like, it does seem to be the same age gap between him and Nicola, just like the girl is younger. The way that they'll like talk about him when he's with his new girlfriend, like he's the worst person ever. But then it's like, he's supposed to be with Nicola. And I go, but I thought you hated him. Like, it's the same thing with like Chris, like the way that like those fans would shit talk Chris Evans so fucking much. But it was like, we're doing this out of love. And I was like, that's crazy. And they're like, this is why he's not booking any roles. This is like, they're like, this, the reveal, the truth of why his like career is not taking off like Jonathan Bailey's. And I was like, first of all, Jonathan Bailey's had a much longer goddamn fucking career.
He's been acting forever.
Ever. And like.
And Luke was in a boy band. And then got.
And did theater and then did this. Like, the idea too that like.
I don't. Like, is he trying?
Well, also, I'm like, if I received the kind of fan base that this is, I might actually try and be less fucking famous. Because, like, you bitches are weird. Like, this is fucking weird. And will I say Chris Evans' wife is incredibly young? Yeah, it's a little, that's a little fucking weird. But unfortunately, I don't think it would have mattered who Chris Evans' wife was. I think those bitches were still going to write that goddamn letter, regardless.
And Chris Evans is, like, in his 40s.
Yeah. And they're married.
Yeah.
So, and also, Chris Evans fans were weird before that. They just then got an excuse.
Yep.
And it doesn't change their love for him. They just hate her. She's the vessel for it. So again, if I am missing something in this, please let me know, everyone. But I spent so long trying to get down to the bottom of it because I was like, maybe I'll talk about this on my, but am I wrong? But it turns out there's no thesis. There's no thesis statement to this whatsoever. It's crazy. But I'll keep you updated if I find something else.
I've been limiting my, again, with my cleansing of things, I've been limiting my TikTok to an hour a day.
Ooh.
So I guess I just haven't, and that just started this week. So I guess I just haven't got into that realm yet.
It's very niche.
But I am, speaking of Bridgerton, excited that the next season will be Benedict.
You know what we're getting? We're getting dicks.
We are. Dicks for days.
Dicks for days. I am so curious how we are going to take a man who has zero desire to settle down to being wed by the end of the season. I'm curious about, because I know it's obviously very different in the books, and like they have, the side plots are much more developed in that. So you see that transformation of like, I think it's probably a little more seamless and obvious who might come next in that. So, but I'm very curious what they're going to do with him because he's so fun. And hopefully this means we get a lot of Eloise.
Yeah.
Even though the nasty part of me is like,
stop, Meghan. I forgot that you were there and stop.
No, because here's the thing. I think that unfortunately they have wonderful chemistry because in real life they're not related. That's why. And also people who like you can have a great chemistry with someone who you know you're never going to have a romantic thing with because like you don't have to get like weird about it. But I've said that I think Eloise would really benefit from a gay husband, like because I don't think Eloise I think they make Eloise end up with a man, which to me is so confusing. But I could see Eloise having a wonderful grand old time living with her brother and his husband.
I could see that.
You know?
Yeah, but not going as far as you want to go.
No.
But Eloise is having a grand old time living with her sister and husband.
Yeah. And then they're making her sister.
We'll see.
Yeah.
It seems like they're going off from what's happening, so we'll see.
I just am curious if, I don't know, I'm just, Eloise to me, Eloise Bridgerton ending up with a man is going to be the biggest, like that to me is a plot twist.
I know like the bare bones of what her book is about, but I think the better plot, if I was writing this, I would make it so that Killmonger's, I know that's not his name, cousin is a twin, and then Eloise is with the girl that we met at the end, and then the other Bridgerton girl, can't think of her name right now, ends up with
Francesca?
Francesca with the male cousin.
I like that. And I don't like twins. So
I know. But they wouldn't look like each other because this is fictional.
I just can't let the twins live together. I draw the line there. Twin roommates, I truly draw the line there. Specifically, I draw the line at I don't care if twin sisters live together. Like, that's fun, that's girlhood, that's amazing. Twin brothers living together, that's too many men in one house. And then a sister and a brother twin living together, that's unacceptable.
What about two twin couples?
That's a TLC show. That's a TLC show.
I literally know this.
Yeah. That's
but it's happened. They go to that twin fest and then they meet others.
I think that's in Akron.
It happens a lot. Because the first time I saw it happening was on Oprah back in the day. And they're talking about how they live in the same house. And it's not the people that were on TLC. Totally different people. And they're like, sometimes I accidentally walk up behind them and that one's not my husband. And I'm like, how many times does this happen?
And you know that's a completely PG version of what they actually meant. We need to do something about that. Like, as a society, like, we need to put a stop to it. There's something wrong. Hey everyone, join me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa DeMonts, for Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong?
Each week, we deliver 4 fun-filled shows.
In Don't Blame Me, we tackle our listeners' dilemmas with hilariously honest advice.
Then we have But Am I Wrong, which is for the listeners that didn't take our advice. Plus, we share our hot takes on current events.
Then tune in to See You Next Tuesday for our listener poll results from But Am I Wrong?
And finally, wrap up your week with Fisting Friday, where we catch up and talk all things pop culture.
Listen to Don't Blame Me, But Am I Wrong on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. New episodes every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Merry Christmas, everybody! My name is Eric Peterson. I'm here with my good buddy,
Danny Jordan.
And we are the hosts of Christmas Countdown Show.
We're so thrilled to be bringing the merriment to you all this holiday season. On Christmas Countdown, we love to count down our top 10 favorite things related to the holiday season. That could be food, movies, music, everything that we all love about this massively merry good time. So wherever you get your podcasts, make sure you click that subscribe button. Eric, are you ready?
I am ready, and we hope that you are too. Merry Christmas, everybody! Let's go!
People often look at me with confusion when I ask them what their only one in the room story is. They think it has to be like mine, where I went to a 600-person event and discovered that I was the only Black person there. I know. Horrifying, right? Hi, I'm Laura Cathcart-Robbins, and I am the host and creator of the podcast Only One in the Room. Every week, my co-host Scott Slaughter and I invite you to join us for an hour and lose yourself in someone's only one story. This podcast is for anyone who has ever felt alone in a room full of people, which is to say that this podcast is for everyone.
What else did you write down?
I wrote down, because we always have to have a weekly Kenneth update.
Yeah.
Do you know what his hobby is?
I don't know, but I bet he's having a brat summer.
Yeah. DJing. Which makes perfect sense.
Should've known.
Perfect sense.
That man doesn't own a shirt with sleeves. Of course he's a DJ.
He was on I think I saw it on TikTok, but it was on both TikTok and Instagram. But he said, getting back into my old hobby. And he was at the turntables, spinning away. And he said he used to do it in college.
That's not surprising whatsoever.
I know. I was like, this makes sense.
And that's a DJ I can get behind, not Cody Co DJing in Vegas.
I can get behind, in front, on the side.
Wherever he needs me to go. Kenneth just tell me where to go. You guys need to look up him. Just look him up.
He's so cute.
And this is like the kind of man who should be representing Los Angeles. Because like that's a LA guy.
Yes.
Like to me, if you said cast a man who looks like LA, people who don't live here are like, like a Ryan Gosling. Well, Ryan Gosling's still he's a subset of LA. But like
but like they're thinking like surfer, like that kind of guy.
Like a a Chris Hemsworth, even though he's very Australian. He looks like Australians who moved to LA.
Mm-hmm.
But no. Kenneth Mejia is like, that's an LA man.
Yeah. A man of the people.
Whatever people he wants.
Mm-hmm.
Be the man. Kenneth.
And he's
whatever
also
you
in a
need.
position where he can just talk shit about people all day too, which I appreciate. That's what I want in my congressman.
Plus, Kenneth Mejia, he was talking shit, then got elected and said, "You thought I would stop?"
Mm-hmm.
No, I got elected with this mouth.
Right.
And I'm going to keep running it. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Wait, I Googled him. Everybody, just know you have to find his personal socials because he's wearing shirts in all of these. It's alarming. But he's rolling up the sleeves because, of course, he is.
But yeah, he has 2 different Instagrams. One for his personal and one for his controller job.
Yep. LA man. Oh my God, I just opened one of his photos and guess who liked it? You.
Of course I did. I like everything that I see.
That is so funny. Have you heard that we are in the worst spider year of Los Angeles ever?
No, and I hate that you just told me.
Melissa, when I go water things, I ordered, and it should be arriving today, I finally ordered my beekeeping suit. Because while I was watering, and I like wear my glasses, I like wave things in front to make sure I don't get a spider web on me. While I was watering, I felt something on me and I looked and I saw a spider dangling in the web and I said, "Ooh, let me back away." And I backed away and the spider moved with me. And I couldn't figure out how the fuck it was attached to me.
Ugh.
And I was screaming and running. And at the same time, I'm asking Mott's to help. He's trying to turn off the hose so he can help me. But then he goes to help me. The fucking fig beetle comes after him. And so we're both
should have just sprayed the water on both of you.
Oh my God.
That should
We
have
were
been the end of it.
freaking the fuck out. And then I ordered the beekeeping suit and he said, "Could you order me one?" And I said, "I will, but we have to figure out the sizing of this because you're going to try mine on because I might." Apparently they say if you're over like 5'6", you might have to get one that's
because you don't have
someone's
to
specialty.
Worry about the aroundness, really. Just
Yeah.
the length.
I guess the legs are like notoriously short on all of the ones I've like found online. So that might be one that he has to wear because even though he is taller than me, my legs are exponentially longer. So I can't wait to get that and just to feel fucking limitless because the spiders they're out.
My car, every time I go out, which there has always been in the summertime, a spider that is on one side, on the driver's side, makes a little web.
Yep.
I'm like, we're going on a trip, I guess, because I think you're inside the.
No, that is an LA thing. Like every car.
Now
every
it's
summer.
on both sides, so I hate it.
Mine, instead of making a web from the mirror to the car, is now making it from the car to the gate and the car to the garage.
The
and
one
then
on the
car to
other
the
side does it to the trash cans.
Yeah. No. Jail. And but our garden is attracting a lot of butterflies, which I know is great, but goddamn, those fuckers scare me.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think that's all I wrote.
Amelia is doing Chicken Shop with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman. And it's not at her usual spot. They're in the US, but they're at this place called Slim Chickens, which was founded in Arkansas. And like,
no way.
Yes. And like it started, I saw it was like her, and then it switched over, and then I could see the Slim box. And when I was in college, the person that I worked with, her husband actually founded it. And there was just like 1 or 2 in town, and now it is expanded. And I'm like, where are they? Because behind Amelia, it says established in Fayetteville, Arkansas, which is where I'm from. So I'm just like, which one are they at?
Wait, so what? But where are they doing press?
I don't know.
Okay, they're in Georgia, Alabama, New Mexico, Texas.
They're all
Iowa,
around
Wisconsin.
now, but
there's none in California.
No, there's none in California. The closest one is in Nevada.
I wonder where they are.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a lot in Bentonville. There's the most in Arkansas.
Yeah, I mean, like in Fayetteville alone, there's probably like 6.
Wait, where do you?
There's
think
like
they
on
are?
every corner. You can't go without running into one. On some streets, there are 2.
Hold up, there's a place called California, Maryland.
Never heard of it.
That's real confusing. Oh, I also found out Kayla, the blonde white girl who the white woman tears, or white woman scared. She went to the same college as my father, which is the most confusing college name ever. The University of California, Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania. And they turned out so different. Quite different experiences. But yeah, wait, we need to figure out where they are.
I know. I asked in the comments, I said, where are you?
Tell me where you are. Because, like, why are they doing press there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, none of these, Georgia, maybe, but it's not even Atlanta, like,
no,
would be the only industry place.
They're in small towns.
Yeah, and it's not even in Atlanta, but I'm saying the only southern state that I would be like, okay, this makes sense for you to be doing press here would be Atlanta. And it's not that. So if anyone lives near or around or you recognize it, let us know.
It looks like the one that's on Fayetteville on Weddington. That's the one that looks like. But I don't know.
That's crazy. I bet maybe they'll figure out on Reddit.
Yeah. Or when they do the full thing, they might mention where they are.
Or they'll give establishing shots.
I came across a video on TikTok that we will both enjoy. There is a place in LA called Kaylin and Kaylin Pickles. And they have all sorts of pickles, but you can also get the pickles topped.
Is that the one at the farmer's market?
I guess it's on 3rd Street, so maybe.
The one where they scoop and they're like, it looks like a Chipotle, but it's all pickles. I think that might be, someone tagged me in that one. I think that's the same one. We gotta go.
We gotta go. It looks incredible.
They look so crunchy.
It looks so crunchy, and they've got all these like, I'm gonna put like some Doritos on there.
Oh, I can't eat. Well, maybe I actually can because it turns out the MSG allergy is just racism. But that one actually is cheese, so I'll figure out a different one.
You can not the Cool Ranch ones that still has milk in it. But yeah, you can get Cheetos, Doritos, Frito. You can do Fritos.
I can do Fritos, and Fritos are one of the most underrated mass-produced chip dye ever. Those little fuckers are delicious. Oh wow, no, that actually sounds so fucking good.
Where they lose me is peanut butter Nutella.
No,
thank you.
No, I saw someone who, and to me, I was like, it was a Southern woman who was doing this, and so I said, I want to believe you, but I'm having a hard time that they put pickles in their like Diet Cokes at the drive-thru. But it was a woman with a very thick Southern accent, and so I said,
probably.
I usually,
I wouldn't doubt it.
And I was like, maybe it is good because
people love putting in the South love putting a fucking peppermint in pickles. Right. Megan's making a disgusted face, but it's very in like rural areas. They love that shit.
No, I think we usually, like, I'm someone who like doesn't hate peppermint, but I'm like, I don't think it needs to be in everything.
Yep. They'll take a long pickle and then stick a long peppermint in it. And then as you eat it down, you're biting the peppermint with it.
No, that's too cold. All of those things are too cold in my sinus. Like, maybe that would help my sinuses, but like
it probably would.
That's too much. I could put like a pickle in a McDonald's Sprite. That might kill me.
No, thanks.
But I also just love Sprite. I love a Sprite. I love a 7-Up. I love a lemon lime drink. I love a Fresca. Another underrated one. I haven't had a
Fresca in a long time. That was my grandfather's drink of choice.
Really good.
Yeah.
Oh, the only other thing I was going to tell you is we built our garden boxes. Matz's dad and him built them. And I got my CT.
You're supposed to send me pictures.
Oh, I'll send them to you. And I got a CT scan and I got the results back. And my sinuses look fine. Also, when I was getting my CT scan, they were like, can we try and take your cartilage piercing out? And I said, yeah, I'm going to have to sit down and I might pass out. And I'll tell you, I'll give you a fair warning. Something happened last time. And the guy tried like 3 times and he said, we're going to leave it in. It'll be fine.
What?
My piercing. Cartilage piercing. Remember the second one? Because I have 2.
Oh, I was thinking about, because you're talking about your nose, so I was thinking the cartilage in your nose. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about,
Valid
Megan?
confusion. I've just been hiding a septum ring this whole time.
I was like, how far inside your nose is this ring?
That would be crazy. That would be fucking terrifying. So now I have to go to an immunologist, which I guess is like kind of like an allergist or whatever. But she thinks that it's an immune system problem, but she could also said that it could be that I have a new like some other allergy. And if my allergies aren't getting properly treated, that makes your immune system like weaken. Like even just seasonal allergies. If your seasonal allergies like aren't under control, then like you're going to get sick with other things because it inflames your whole nasal cavity or whatever.
Which makes sense.
So, but she's great. So might I recommend people seeing, if you can, or if it's an option, not discounting seeing PAs, specifically women. Because the way that like she like called me 4 times and like left a voicemail, but like it always happened like when I was like outside and I had my phone or whatever it was, and then sent me an email to follow up and like was just like so fucking helpful and like sending everything through and so quick and so prompt. As opposed to like the male doctors, you have to like literally chase down to do anything. So she was great. Recommend it to people.
Maybe I should go. I think I have phantosomia is how I think you say it, which is you smell things that aren't there. And I'm smelling fire all the time.
A good fire or a bad fire?
Just like it smells like something's burning, and it's a condition like says it's fairly common.
Yeah.
But people that have allergies suffer from it.
Yeah, there's something up with, and I've even seen it on like the LA subreddit, people being like, what's up with the, like, it's just like nonstop this year. Yeah. And I think it's also why obviously we're a largely populated city, but like, I think it's also why our COVID numbers are a lot higher is because like, it's just no one's allergies are under control, and it's making that. And like, especially when this is all inflamed, COVID, airborne, gets stuck up in there and shit. But yeah, if I like this, do you go to an ENT for that, or do you go to a immunologist?
No clue. I was just like, I'm smelling smoke pretty often.
Yeah.
And there's no smoke around. What is this? Like, I just Googled it, and it was like, oh, this is actually common.
Because you haven't had COVID.
Mm-mm.
And it would just make, because the smell thing makes other things smell, what is it? Parasomia or whatever. Like, it makes other things either smell like garbage, like rotting, nasty stuff, or things that you, like, it switches the smells of things. Like, things that smell sweet now smell bitter, and things that are bitter now smell sweet.
Yeah, this is just
it's totally different.
A phantom smell.
That's crazy.
Yep.
That's all I have. And I'm wishing everyone a wonderful brat summer. So everyone, don't forget to mark your calendars. Next Sunday is my birthday. Not the Sunday that's about to come up. Sunday after that.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Happy birthday.
Woo!
All right. We'll see you on Monday for But Am I Wrong? Tuesday, we'll be reading the votes on See You Next Tuesday. And Thursday will be Don't Blame Me. Remember our new schedule.
I'll try.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Fist you later?
Yeah.
Fist you later. I'm just going to get that.
Welcome to the small town of Chinook, where faith runs deep and secrets run deeper. In this new thriller, religion and crime collide when a gruesome murder rocks the isolated Montana community. Everyone is quick to point their fingers at a drug-addicted teenager, but local deputy Ruth Vogel isn't convinced. She suspects connections to a powerful religious group. Enter federal agent V.B. Lauro, who has been investigating a local church for possible criminal activity. The pair form an unlikely partnership to catch the killer, unearthing secrets that leave Ruth torn between her duty to the law, her religious convictions, and her very own family. But something more sinister than murder is afoot, and someone is watching Ruth.
Chinook, starring Kelly Marie Tran and Sanaa Lathan. Listen to Chinook wherever you get your podcasts.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, a co-founder of the Go Kid Go Network. At Go Kid Go, putting kids first is at the heart of every show that we produce. That's why we're so excited to introduce a brand new show to our network called The Search for the Silver Lining, a fantasy adventure series about a spirited young girl named Isla who time travels to the mythical land of Camelot. During her journey, Isla meets new friends, including King Arthur and his Knights of the Round Table, and learns valuable life lessons with every quest, sword fight, and dragon ride. Positive and uplifting stories remind us all about the importance of kindness, friendship, honesty, and positivity. Join me and an all-star cast of actors including Liam Neeson, Emily Blunt, Kristen Bell, Chris Hemsworth, among many others, in welcoming the Search for the Silver Lining podcast to the Go Kid Go network by listening today. Look for the Search for the Silver Lining on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Bitches on Comics is a bi-monthly interview podcast where we talk to the coolest LGBTQ plus folks and women in comics and pop culture.
Our unique perspectives and welcoming nature have earned us the honor of being named a Best Comic Book Podcast by Book Riot, Screen Rant, The Mary Sue, Comic Book Herald, and Comic Book Couples Counseling.
Bitches on Comics is hosted by moi, Monica Estrella Negra, filmmaker, writer, and co-founder of Audrey's Revenge Film.
And me, Essie Fleenor, comic and pop culture nerd and culture critic with writing in The Independent, Vice, Electric Literature, Star Trek, and so much more.
We're also both voting members of Gallica, the Society of LGBTQ plus Entertainment Critics.
Join Bitches on Comics for in-depth, hilarious, and heartfelt conversations with the likes of Stephanie Williams, Leah Anderson, and the late, great Rachel Pollack.
Listen to Bitches on Comics on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Or tune in at bitchesoncomics.com. New episodes every other Wednesday.